Hi, this is Fabian Trahan, and welcome to Ectophobia Radio, the ParaSanctum Podcast. Hi, this is Fabian Trahan. Welcome to episode 16 of the ParaSanctum Podcast. For those of you that don't know, I've done close to 15 interviews, 10 of which have been published, and you can find them on FabianTrahan.com. In one of those interviews, which I consider to be one of my favorite, my great friend Todd and my other great friend Andy Crowell, at the time in 2015, which this actually happened on March 15, 2015, I was parked in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I was filling in for a guest that didn't show up to the show, Voices Carry. I decided to have a great talk about things like UFOs, Bigfoot, and God. This one excerpt from that 2015 interview, it gives everyone that listens to the podcast an insight into how I feel about UFO phenomena and UFOs in general. It's a short clip. But after you hear this, please understand that because of recent developments in 2020 and 21 with the Air Force releasing a lot of classified footage and information, which unfortunately was still heavily redacted, my opinion has changed just a little bit. That perhaps some of these unidentified objects are actually the real deal and not technology that was ahead of its time. But with that in mind, I here now present to you a piece of that interview from 2015 with Mr. Todd and Mrs. Annie Crowell of Voices Carry. I hope you enjoy it.
I always like to talk to our guest, Fabian, and just kind of feel you out a little bit about some other paranormal type things. What do you think about UFOs?
Well, here's what I think, and that's a great question. They're actually, for a good part of my youth, I thought it was a bunch of nonsense, even though I was a huge fan. I still am a huge fan of Star Trek. Mm-hmm. And the passing of Leonard Nimoy hit me. It hit me pretty heavy because Spock was absolutely my favorite character on the series. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. But the whole UFO thing itself, all the reports, the Roswell, are you asking me, do I believe that the possibility of aliens, or are you asking me about the popular culture surrounding aliens per se?
It's just kind of your personal view. I'd like to, if you believe that we're not alone, or, you believe we're being visited, or if you believe Roswell really happened, just kind of your thoughts about it. Okay,
happily. First of all, first and foremost, yes, I believe that there is such a thing as aliens, and I believe that, of course, if God created the heavens and earth, and that's my personal belief, and I'm entitled to that.
Oh, absolutely.
That God created, if He created the heavens and the earth, then He certainly created the worlds that are out there. There's the infinite possibilities that exist in the universe. The universe itself, is just look at. It's amazing have you seen where have you heard about the Kepler planets they're finding?
Yes.
These planets that could possibly support human life.
Absolutely, yeah.
I believe that I do honestly believe, yes, absolutely, without a doubt, that there are aliens and that they're out there. Our knowledge, our capabilities to find them is limited. We're primitive. And they're probably primitive, and have they visited us? I'm on the fence about that. The Roswell thing, I do believe that it can be explained. I believe that the United States Air Force has been doing advanced experiments for a long time, and then, of course, to someone back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, you know, something that wasn't normally flying in the sky, and the government had to keep it top secret, and not everybody was supposed to know about it. The probability of it being man-made and it being something that the Air Force created and was experimenting with, I mean, when you think about it, Air Force Base, okay. Roswell, out in the desert, flat, you know, atomic bomb testings, you know, White Sands, you got Area 51, you got all that stuff. Yep. I don't think it has anything to do with aliens. I believe it has to do with man-made advances in technology that were ahead of the time at the time they were doing these tests, and that people were mistaking them for something out of this world when it was actually just advanced technology that was captured. That's my opinion.
I'd like to personally thank my friends Terry Todd and Annie Crowell for such a wonderful interview back in 2015. You can catch that interview again on FabianTrahan.com. Thank you for listening to the ParaSanctum Podcast. I hope you take care with whatever it is that you're doing. Catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.